Welcome, friends and family. So excited to come to you here live today from our Cookeville Elevate studio, and we're continuing to talk about the habits of the top 1%ers. Guys, this habit I'm going to talk about is one of the ones that really does put distance between the top and those that aren't. And here is a significant difference. They understand the value of trust. They know the value of trust. I'm going to share with you a story about a great friend of mine, Scott Connor. Scott Connor and I had met him well over a decade ago. Helped him and Tanya sell their home, super nice home. I'm a lone drive with some acreage. Me and Scott stayed in touch over the years, and eventually Scott went into building. I had great experience with Scott and Tanya, so when he talked to me about it, I had immediate buy-in, and I was like, I'd love to work with you. And so Scott and I began to work to build our first home. I think it was on North Wind Drive, 1,500 square foot home, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage. Very simple spec home. We're starting this home. It was getting towards the end of the year. Initially, right off the bat, the concrete pad got laid in the home and it cracked. It got cold the night before, rain got cold, and it caused it to crack. Next day, Scott calls me and he's like, hey man, I got some bad news for you. He said, the home that we just started, unfortunately, it's cracked, and there's only one way to fix this, and we're going to have to tear it out and redo it. That's going to run about $8,000. The thought went through my mind, dang, man, we're starting off right off the bat in the hole. But before I could get that finished, Scott says, and I'm going to take care of that. I can't control the weather, but it's my responsibility, so I'm going to take care of that. Now, guys, that was huge. See, what Scott did was build some immediate trust with me. And what Scott didn't do is he didn't do what's extremely common. I would say, unfortunately, and I might be wrong about this, but I'm going to say, unfortunately, the majority of the people will go this way. They will try to cover it up. What's that look like? For Scott putting walls up, going ahead and building, you weren't going to see the crack, right? It could have been covered up pretty simple. But eventually, somebody would have experienced it down the road. Might have even been after it sold a second or third time. Could have been 15 years later. Didn't matter to Scott. He wasn't about covering it up. Secondly, again, a lot of people would do this. Well, it was the weather's fault. It's all the weather's fault. This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the weather. See, the blame game. Your top 1%, they don't blame. They take ownership. He owned it. It's like, man, here's what happened. It's my fault. And then, thirdly, he brought a solution. See, he didn't come to me just whining or complaining about a problem. He exposed the problem and then had a ready solution with how to deal with it. That solution was $8,000 to tear it up and redo it. And he said, I'm going to take care of that. Again, when people do that, they understand the value of trust. Doing that on the first home we built led to us building many more homes together, because I knew I could trust Scott. And another thing, that trust, when you get that, that's people you feel comfortable referring. Like, I'll refer Scott to anybody that wants to have a good quality home built, because I know he's not shysty. I know he's not going to try to take advantage of people. I know that even when people don't know, he ain't going to cover it up and try to hide it. He's going to own it and have a solution and a way forward. Guys, there's going to be times in our lives when the real truth comes up and it just, boom, right in your face. You made a mistake on a contract. You made a mistake in an estimate. You made a mistake and misspoke. And when those times happen, those are the ultimate test. And if you can, own it. Don't try to cover it up. Admit it and bring a solution. Deal with it quickly. You can usually get past things pretty quickly. It's when we go the other route where we begin to cover up, where we begin to hide, that usually it maybe don't come out that day, but before long it comes out. And you ruin your reputation. My encouragement to you is think back in a time in your life, personally, when you had a big issue like that come up. How did you deal with it? Did you do the honorable thing by admitting it, or did you do the normal thing by trying to cover up or make excuses? And if you do find yourself in those positions where you made excuses and you tried to cover it up, hey, don't get overly tough on yourself. But at this time, just expose that you have that and work towards doing the better thing. And then just remember this. that generally when you do the right thing, not always, and this ain't the reason why we do it, but generally when we will own it, not make excuses, and do what it takes to fix it, then generally things will work out far better than what you could ever suspect. I'm sure Scott didn't think that on that first home. You know what he might have thought? Man, Elijah's never going to want to work with me again because I got to come in here and tell him about this horrible thing that's took place. Maybe I should cover it up. Maybe I should just blame it on the weather or the guy that came and poured the concrete and try to get him to take ownership of it. But no, that wasn't Scott's approach. And because of that, I knew I could trust him. And once I knew I could trust him and put confidence in him, I felt very comfortable working with Scott and S&T Construction to build many, many more. And what I know about Scott is that he surrounds himself around other good, trustworthy people. So, birds of a feather, a lot of times they flock together. Let's not be somebody who makes an excuse. Let's be somebody who owns and brings a solution. In life, we're going to go a whole lot further if we're willing to do that. All right, I hope this has added some value to you. If it does, please like and share. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.